Going everyone, this is Jose Trujillo, once again coming to you from the Awesome Art Studio, and bam, something like that. Now, let me do a little close-up so you guys can see, or maybe you guys want to, hold on, maybe you guys want to see a bit of the mixing of the paint. I think that's somewhat important for some of you. Here, hold on, okay? Bam, there we go. Okay. Over here on this side right here is where the white is. White, blue, viridian, yellow, red, purple. Alright guys, here we go. Let's do this. Let's do this now. This is a graphite, okay? I'm used to doing this now. It's a habit now. I sort of just do this is going to be a landscape. I sort of, I'm just used to it. I started using it for some reason, and then I'm like, oh man, this looks cool. I like that, using the graphite. So there, we could be finished now. Bam. I was doing one of these the other day, and what is it? Oh yeah, because I call myself the world's greatest living artist. And some people actually, fight against that. Which is it's very interesting. To be like, you're not the world's greatest living artist. And I'm like, yes I am. Yes I am. And you know it. You know that I am. Okay guys, this is one of the things that I enjoy about painting. And it's the freedom in which things very much just appear on their own. I still struggle with this, guys. Okay, don't believe that the magic you see. I don't. It still doesn't happen. I still struggle with this, you guys. What I mean to struggle with is the fears of I may do something wrong. You see, what the whole thing is that we want something to be perfect, and perfect in the sense of what perfect is for us, right? The perfect abstract work, the perfect impressionist work, the perfect realist work. There's all, even if you are not trained or classically trained, or however you want to call it, traditionally, you still want some sort of perfection. It's something. You want something out of it. And that, my friends, is a good thing, but it's also the killer. It's the killer because it leaves you to believe many things. First, the very first thing that happens is that we want an outcome, right? Of course we want an outcome. But the outcome seems to be almost always far-fetched. It's almost always far-fetched. Whatever you're doing, because you're trying to match something. And I'm not talking about matching in the sense of realism. No, you may be matching a color. You may be matching a painting style, a brush stroke. You're trying to match something. And every time you're trying to match something, there's some sort of condition, if I make my point across. Some sort of condition that it needs to be met. For example, this damn brush at this point right here bothers me. Bothers the hell out of me, the way it is. But if I'm doing something else, it's like the perfect thing to use. So I don't know if I make myself. It's really. I heard this mentor say, perfectionists are really time thieves, and I believe him to the core. He said every time you see someone trying to do something perfect, something whatever it is, some sort of perfectionism, they're really trying to steal time because they don't want to move forward. And I was like, ouch. It hurts so much because I know that it's me at many times. That is the stuff that I work with. That is the stuff that I tend to get rid of on a daily basis. You know, it's a little sad sometimes because we don't think that we're doing that. You know, like, I'm not a perfectionist. I'm just trying to, blah blah blah. But it usually shows up it shows up in different ways. But to me, it shows up when the idea of time is hunting me. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. If I feel like I haven't been productive and then I try to paint, I try to do it very quick. And then something bad happens. Now I'm racing against myself, right? And I stop paying attention because I believe painting is all about paying attention. Any sort of art. So I stop paying attention, and attention is the holy grail when it comes to creating artwork. Attention is the holy grail. That's where you get in the zone when you have, you're so in it that all sorts of good things start happening because you're in it. But it's a fine dance, you guys, because it's so difficult sometimes to explain it to people because many times they think I'm talking about something else. But it's a fine dance. It's that you want to be engaged, but you don't want to be desperate. And then a sort of quickness arrives out of that. And every day, it's a challenge for me. I have to do a few paintings. I have to do a few sketches. And when I mean a few, I don't mean 2 or 3. And in order to get, to a place where I can flow. But it's a struggle. Not a struggle. It can be a struggle, but it's definitely a challenge. It's a dance. It's a dance between being you want to be fully engaged, right? But you got to keep moving, but you can't be desperate. It's so strange. It's the strangest thing. And the only way you want to be desperate, or the only way you're confused, or you are irritated when you're creating artwork, is because you're thinking about something else, not the artwork. Maybe you're thinking about the lack of knowledge you have, or on the medium, or you're thinking about the lack of something, the lack of time you have, or I got to go pick up my kid in a little while. I can't really paint. I have to hurry up. Oh, blah blah. You never have time. So, but you're not there. You're not really there, and that is the reason why those things tend to happen. You're thinking about something else. I know it's I'll put a person right here. Person's like, maybe this person's like, kicking it right here. But okay, let's see, what do we do? Huh? There we go. Maybe someone else is right next to them. Now, let's see what's going on. In order to put a little je ne sais quoi. So yeah, that's really what it comes down to. If things are not coming out the way you want them to, it's because you don't want to be where you are. I know it's a strange concept, but I often find myself doing this, where I'm like, oh man, my painting's not coming out, blah blah, and then sometimes I get irritated to the point where I get really angry. I'm like, I start poking it. It used to happen a lot, guys. Not anymore, but it used to happen a lot. And then, but now I realize that I don't want to be there. Okay, it's a very good thing to realize that. And that doesn't mean that you don't want to paint or that you don't want to create artwork or you don't want to be in the studio. No, it means that my mind is somewhere else. And in order to get your mind back, I have some things you can do. I talked about it in other videos. But in order to get your mind back from its wandering, you really have to slow down. And it is very difficult to do because there's a desperation happening. Okay, I know you didn't come here for a lecture on this. You want to see the painting, but just sharing this kind of stuff. It's pretty cool stuff. There's a desperation happening. You know, I'm a bit desperate. There's a shakiness happening because the color's not coming out right. The paintbrush is wearing out, or the canvas doesn't have the right texture or the right gesso or whatever. You know, all sorts of little things. Really, what it is that you don't want to be there. You know, it's like looking at a girl. If you're a guy or whatever, you know, or a girl, whatever, looking at a person that you like, right? Let's say that I don't know, when I was younger, looking at a girl and trying to talk to a girl, right? And then all of a sudden I start thinking about the fact that, you know, this bothers me, that bothers me, all these things around me bother me, and then I can't pay attention to the girl. It's really because I don't want to be there. I'm thinking about something else. Doesn't mean that I won't, you know. Anyways, my examples are always so damn weird, but it's that you don't want to be there. So in order to get there, you have to slow down because you have to let your dust settle, and that's very hard to do. It's very difficult to do because we don't want to do that. You know, it's all got to do with time, you guys. The whole thing has got to do with time. There's some sort of thing that you're not reaching, some sort of thing, and go check out some of my other videos on time. All right, you guys, here it goes. Bam! Check it out. So rich. Look at that. Look at the richness in that. My God. Bam. All right. There's some white right there. I think that's not titanium. I don't use titanium that much. This soft. Is it or zinc? No, I think it's titanium. Yeah. I think it's titanium. Anyways, any white, don't get caught up in that. Phthalo blue, Meridian hue, pale yellow, cadmium red, purple, dioxazine, magenta, Mars black. I like Mars black, or lamp black. This is walnut oil for those of you who look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look. Walnut oil, baby. Some clean painting with walnut oil. All right, you guys. Take care. Till next time, okay? Bye-bye.